Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I wanted to do a little experiment, and by that I mean I am working on a different location and I got rid of the cloth because I heard, well, I didn't hear. I read a comment and someone was like, "Oh, it gets me very dizzy. Can you get rid of it?" And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll get rid of it. That's less setup time for me." And I wanted to try to see how it feels like to record during the day with the sunlight. So, what you see right here is the sun, and it's not some artificial light. And I am on the ground recording this. And by on the ground, I mean I have my butt on the hard ground, and I have a little table in front of me, which is what you are seeing in camera. And I kind of, and this time I'm not using my microphone nor my computer, so I am recording with my phone as usual. But this time the sound is also coming from like a microphone that's connected to my phone, so I don't really know how the sound will be or how it will sound when I'm shuffling or how it just sounds as I'm talking normally. So with that, I kind of wanted to just ask for you guys to comment down below if it sounds weird or if you don't like it, if you prefer the old one or if you prefer this one. And by the old one, I just mean like the sound that I tend to use with my normal microphone, so what the videos tend to have, so what you're accustomed with. And if this one is okay, or if the other one's okay, so you don't care either way, or if you prefer the other one, so I should go back to it and we can adapt to that, or if this whole setup is perfectly fine and I guess we could just do it however I feel like it. So yeah, so in this video, I wanted to do something kind of simple and quick, yet I wanted it to be lengthy enough so that I could test if I could sit down on the ground for long enough to record this video. And also, um, I wanted to do something that came out of nowhere because I was going to do an individual reading, but I wanted to test this first to see what you guys think and then continue with the individual readings depending on what comes out of this, right? So what we're going to do today is that I'm just going to do a quick how is everyone doing, and in everyone I mean 17. uh, and I might do one for red velvet, we'll see. But this one is just going to be a quick uh, pull one card from here and one card from here, or maybe more. We'll see how this one works out, right? So one tarot card and one oracle card, and just see how each member is currently doing. So I think today, rumor goes that 17 is going to have a comeback in the second quarter, or towards the third quarter of this year. So that will be fun. So maybe some of them are already working in that, and we might get a little bit of how they're feeling currently with all of that. But this is just a quick, I guess, let's check up on them and see how they're doing, because I want to do something simple so I thought we could just test how you guys feel with the setup of the video, with the framing of it, how you guys feel with the sound of it, and then how do I feel sitting for this long recording, and how do I feel with the sound, because I'm in my room next to the window and not on my desk as I usually record, so I don't really know how the sound will work. And the bar is closed, so you may not hear vibrations or it will not annoy me. I'm not too sure. We'll see how this works. So yeah, this is just like the experiment, and I'm going to do 17 and see how they're all currently doing. And yeah, we will of course start with S.Coups. Let's see. I'm going to take out one oracle card. So how is S.Coups currently doing? We have the waning moon. What do you need to release? So I guess there's still stuff that he has to work on. Oh, he can already see the line of the sun. Maybe if I move back. Oh well. So I'll put it right here. What does S.Coups need to release? Let's see. How is S.Coups doing right now? Oh, and we have the King of Cups. So let's see. So it's kind of weird, right? it feels like currently the way that S.Coups feels is that we have the what do you need to release, waning moon. So that kind of tells me that there's probably something that's holding him back or something that he doesn't realize because he's currently feeling as the King of Cups, meaning that he feels emotionally very stable. So that is actually very good. But at the same time, uh, he could be stable himself, but his environment could be surrounded by rocky waters. Because sometimes they show the King of Cups as oh wait, I'm talking about the King of Cups, but this is the Queen of Cups. I think that could be what he needs to release. So I was about to say that usually with the King of Cups, they show this person that is sitting on their throne and they have their feet on the ground, but that ground is just like a little block within all of this water, showing that the King of Cups is someone that is able to stand strong on their ground and be very emotionally stable and is someone that people can rely on, right? That's Cancer energy. But here we have Scorpio energy with the Queen of Cups. And that kind of tells me that my confusion could be a reflection of how currently S.Coups is doing, meaning that he currently could feel like he's the King of Cups, but in reality, he is in the Queen of Cups energy, meaning that he is not completely stable emotionally because it's Cups, and he could be content with what he has, but he could reach that King of Cups energy if he lets go of something, which is why this card is here. So I don't think S.Coups is necessarily in a bad place, but of course he could be doing a lot better. It feels like with his eyes closed, he's pretty content, or he may be turning a blind eye to the situation he's currently in. I do feel that he's divinely protected, so he doesn't really have to worry too much. Um, but I guess what he may need to release, or he may have to let go of something. I may need to take out a card to explain this. So let's see, what does S.Coups need to release? I'm kind of curious. What does S.Coups need to release? Wait. Okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles explaining to us that S.Coups needs to release this energy. So it seems like there's this sense of like S.Coups is of course feeling very good about himself. His environment tells me that he's divinely protected. But what he needs to release, it feels like it's the mentality that he's on his own, or the mentality that he has to do things alone, or that he's been abandoned, or this feeling that something that physically he's I think I understand the message. It kind of feels like he needs to release the idea that he's on his own and he has to do things on his own because this Five of Pentacles kind of tells me that physically he may feel like he doesn't have people supporting him, or he may feel like he has to do everything on his own physically. So for his job it could be, or he may feel like he can't really rely on other people. Um, and he may feel other people can rely on him, but they can't rely on someone that is burdening themselves a lot. So I feel that's what that Five of Pentacles shows. However, I do feel that with this Queen of Pentacles and all the little angels surrounding her is like the one in the card. It kind of shows that what S.Coups needs to realize is that he's not on his own. Like his spirit guides are always with him, his angels are always with him. So he's not necessarily alone, even though physically there might not be people he can rely on, or there might not be people helping him the way that he will want. Um, so I do feel that that's kind of where he's at right now. He could be the King of Cups, but in order to be like that, he needs to release this mentality or this idea that he doesn't have what he needs, or he doesn't have the help that he desires. It's there, he just may not see it because it's not manifesting the way that he had expected. So with that, I will go on to the next person, which is Jeonghan. So let's see. How is Jeonghan currently doing? How is Jeonghan doing? How is Jeonghan doing? Oh, so let's see. We have 4 cards. I'll take the bottom. So right now we have expect powerful change. Okay. So how is Jeonghan doing right now? With the expect powerful change, I do feel that we are reaching a point in our lives, and by ours I mean everyone on earth. We're reaching a point where we will have our judgment time. And by judgment, I feel that whatever many of us may have been holding back on, or whatever we've been avoiding, or whatever we have been working towards as well, we are finally going to see um, things moving forward. So I finally feel that in March or something, the world is going to start moving in such a way that we're finally going to start seeing results towards something. I do feel that we're getting there. But it seems like with Johan, with the death card reverse, he may be avoiding that change. He may be struggling a lot through some change that he's going, which I'm going to take out one card to see what that change is. Oh, we have the Queen of Swords. So we have a lot of queens lately, and by that I just mean with S.Coups and Johan right now. So that this kind of tells me that with this, it's like powerful changes. I do feel that it's kind of like if the wheel is turning or the world is about to finally start shifting energy so things can happen. So if there's something that Johan has been avoiding with this death card reverse, some sort of change or some sort of self-destruction type of thing, like kind of like getting rid of your current foundation so you can build upon a new one. So if he has been avoiding those changes, then he's about to feel the world turning anyway. So if he's ready or not for those changes, it almost feels like life is not asking him anymore. It's, it's more like you're going to feel them regardless of what choice you make. If you make the choice of not taking action, you'll feel the change. And if you're making the choice of taking action towards that change, you're going to feel it anyway. This new moon eclipse feels like a very strong energy of opening up third eyes and crown chakras. So that kind of tells me that Johan may start to feel a lot of things that he may not understand fully. And by that, I mean that he may start um, listening to his heart a little bit more. And I think his mind could get a little bit on the way of that. So I do feel that this is more of life is going to go through the changes that it has to go through. The world is going through the changes that it has to go through. And it's going to affect him in a way where he may resist to that change, or Johan will probably uh, be struggling with that change. Not necessarily because he's resisting it, unless he is, then yeah. But if he's not, then it's just going to be something difficult for him. That death card reverse is a 13, so it adds to 4, meaning that he is going from a period of working with other people, and now he's going more towards a period of finding his own stability. And this is death is a Scorpio card, meaning that we also had Scorpio in the previous energy. So that kind of tells me that there's a lot of intensity. There's a lot of mm, figuring out who he truly is in a deeper level. That death card also tells me that this is all to help him blossom and become better, better in the definition that he wants it. Not necessarily what we think better is for him, but more what he defines better as for himself. And that Queen of Swords kind of tells me that there's this Aquarius energy as well. So it's kind of like doing what he wants to do, trying to be assertive with himself. And by assertive, I mean be clear cut and direct with what he wants and how he wants to get that. Because he may not be able to work through the how of things. How am I going to get this? How am I going to go from point A to point B? But he will be able to at least say, this is what I'm aiming for. Take me there. By take me there, I mean, kind of like what he will tell life. It's like, I want to, this is my goal, this is what I'm aiming for, and this is what I desire. And then life will take him down the path that best fits what he's looking forward to. And this Queen of Swords feels like the energy of him being ready to take action, um, but at least thinking about it, right? Like it feels like this is the energy of not like there is some sort of resistance toward change, but at least his mind is ready to move forward and go towards something new. And again, this is Aquarius energy, so it feels like it's an energy of maybe avoiding any emotional obstacles that he's currently going through. So that could get in the way of realizing what he truly desires and what his heart is like, not begging him, but like asking him to do. And it's not necessarily bad, it's just, do you notice how it got cloudy? It's kind of like he may not even realize that there's something that his heart desires, which is different to what he believes he desires, right? Because I'm seeing like this Scorpio and Aquarius energy kind of clashing, meaning that he wants change, he wants things to become better and be different, but that's what his heart desires, but his mind may be getting in the way of that true desire of change, right? He may not realize that what he's asking for could be something good for him, but the I guess how that change will happen may not be what he will have wanted, right? Sometimes changes are not some a lot of the time people desire change, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be easy to go through those changes. And I think that's currently what he's going through, realizing that what he's asking for may not be what he expected, yet it is what he desires, so he's going to get it anyway, one way or the other. And by that I mean like it feels like this is a clash between what life is doing for him and then what he is doing for himself and how he believes things should go and not go and stuff like that. But with that, I will go on to the needs person. So let's see, how is Joshua currently doing? How is Joshua doing? Currently, how is Joshua? So we have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So that tells me that right now Joshua is working on a new project because two cards flew right away. So we have the Six of Wands and the Three of Swords. I didn't get to shuffle enough, but those cards came out. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of changes for Joshua. It feels like right now he's currently going through a new beginning because it's new moon in Taurus. So it's the beginning of a new cycle, the beginning of a new chapter. The Six of Wands reverse kind of tells me that he may be struggling currently with finding success and feeling victorious, and that could be because he may be going through some heartbreak. That heartbreak doesn't necessarily mean in a romantic relationship or any sort of relationship. This type of heartbreak, seen as it's next to the Six of Wands and Taurus, it kind of feels like this is just a business thing because Wands talks about business usually, and Taurus is all about money, luxury, and self satisfaction. So I do feel, because it's the ruler of the second house, which kind of talks about those aspects. So it kind of feels like right now Joshua is trying to go over some heartbreak, or he currently may feel like things cannot happen for him, or he cannot succeed the way that he will have wanted. It feels like he may fear taking the step towards his own success. It also feels like he may be struggling with making things manifest physically for him. It feels like it's a mental block. So I feel with that Three of Swords reverse, it doesn't feel like, oh, okay, it could be both actually. So it could mean with the Three of Swords that he's blocking himself and it's a mental blockage that is getting in the way of his own success and his own abundance and prosperity. But it also kind of feels like it's the energy of slowly overcoming mentality that mentality of I can't do this. What if I don't succeed? What if this? What if, like, the what ifs that are not positive, not the what ifs or of possibilities of like, yes, this could happen, this other thing could happen. That's great. That's motivating me. That's inspirational. Let me go through with that. It's more of like the what ifs or of I'm afraid of this. I am afraid of this other thing, but I don't have the skills for this, or I am angry about this or angry about that. So I do feel that Joshua may be a little bit too harsh on himself right now, and may be the reason why he may not feel successful is because of how harsh he's been with himself. However, this new moon in Taurus is telling me that he is. Wait. Cars are annoying. Anyway, but the new moon in Taurus is kind of telling me that right now he is going to slowly see the good things life has to offer. It feels like he will soon be able to go full on laser focus and get what he wants because Taurus have that mentality, right? This is my goal and I'm going to go through it. It doesn't matter how, but I'm going to get there because it's a bull and that bull has tunnel vision when they have a goal in mind and they just they just go full force towards that goal. It doesn't matter how they get it; they're going to make it happen. Because again, one of the characteristics that Taurus has is that many people see it as a stubborn sign, right? But the good thing about being stubborn is that you have persistence. So that tells me that there's this energy of if Joshua gets rid of this mental blockage of things are not going to go well, I am not skilled enough for this, or stuff like that. If he gets rid of that mentality, then he will be able to um, go forward and advance in what his goals are. And I think that that mental blockage could be affecting his moon in Taurus because I believe Joshua has a moon in Taurus. I'm not too sure. But if he does, then that kind of means that that's getting him out of his center and out of his stability because moon and earth signs tend to be very stable emotionally. And it does take quite a lot to get them out of their center. So it could mean that he may need a little bit more of stability, but it also feels like life is telling Joshua, this is a mental thing. This is not what's actually going to happen. We haven't given you signs that what you're looking for is not right for you. It's all on you. Like he's getting on the way of himself by thinking in such a negative way or seeing something as a failure before he has even attempted to make it happen. Um, so yeah, without prosperity lies ahead, it feels like life has given Joshua their full support to make his dream come true. It's all up to him though to make it happen now. He just kind of needs to allow himself to be helped. But with that, I will go on to the next person, which is June. How is June doing right now? Current energy, how is he doing right now? Wait. Put those cards away. Let's see, how is my boy doing? How is June doing? How is June doing? Wow. Okay. I was about to say no card is coming out and I've been shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. That could mean that he's trying to hold back. So yeah. We have Watson Moon, new energy, bro. The energy is gaining momentum. I don't know if you can hear all those sirens and stuff. If you can, well, whoops. And if you can't, well, yay. So let's see, how is June currently doing? I've been shuffling these happy cards over and over through Joshua's reading, so whoops. So how is June currently doing? We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. I can almost feel my throat chakra closing. And it's funny because I almost felt it about to close with Jeonghan. But with Joshua was perfectly fine the whole time. But now that I'm with June's, I feel like my throat chakra is closing again. So it kind of means it could feel that right now he, in this case being June, is kind of like holding back or he doesn't want to talk about whatever he's going through. We have this Page of Pentacles reverse telling me that he may be struggling with taking action, he may be struggling to manifest something physically, or he may be struggling a little bit with his career right now. Or he may be having some money issues. Or he may be struggling to start something new with this Page of Pentacles reverse. And with the energies gaining momentum, it feels like this is something that he really wants to do. It feels like life is actually pushing him towards making a move or making something happen. But he may still be struggling. It kind of feels like this bird is June, and this too are life's way of supporting him. kind of got two things. June is running for the mountains, meaning that he may want to have some time on his own, or he may be escaping from his destiny or his fate or something like that. Or these two birds going to help him is kind of like June has gone to do his own endeavor, and life is helping him by sending support to make sure, and that's the energy is getting momentum. Like he's finally getting that for life to support him. Um, what else? So that Page of Pentacles reverse. Can you clarify the Page of Pentacles reverse? How? So we have two cards. Oh, bro. So we have, to clarify the Page of Pentacles reverse, we have the Queen of Pentacles reverse, and then we have the Seven of Cups reverse. So it feels like this Seven of Cups is it's kind of telling me that life is helping June somehow by giving him a lot of options, giving him a lot of dreams come true, a lot of wishes, and a lot of opportunities to make his wishes come true. However, with this Queen of Pentacles reverse, it could mean that he needs to take care of himself, or it could mean that there's this potentially a maternal figure getting in the way of what he's looking for, or maybe his feminine side is getting in the way of what he wants to do. So maybe there's it could be this thing of where he wants to take action and get things done, but his feminine side is like, that's not what you want. You desire this other thing, so don't do it. So it kind of feels like um, there's this fight of within himself of should he start this new project with, which I feel he should go through with that project because this energy is gaining momentum. It feels like he's been pushed to making a choice anyway. I don't know what that choice is necessarily, because the Seven of Cups is like this little kid that is looking at all of the cups and seeing, okay, which one. I don't know how close to put it. Um, which is like this kid is like, it's like looking at this vending machine with all the cups, and it's like, which cup should I pick? There's so many options, which one's the best for me? And this cat next to her is kind of like, testing the energies as well. So again, there's like this help that's been given to him, right? And here we have the Queen of Pentacles, but it was reversed, so it kind of feels like it could be the energy of, it's time for you to take care of yourself. Stop caring about other people. It's time that you give that energy to yourself. Also, with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, it could mean that he's lacking some self-esteem, or he may be lacking some confidence, because the Queen of Pentacles is Taurus energy, and Taurus is all about self-indulgence. It's also about work and money, luxury, and just enjoying the beauty of life, because it's ruled by Venus. So it could be that he may be struggling with that confidence. And if that's the case, it could explain why he's struggling to even be a Page of Pentacles, which is the baby energy, the court cards, meaning that he may be struggling to hear the messages that are like, here, let me help you out, let me be there with you, let me take care of you, which is what life seems to be offering him with this extra help. And also with that Page of Pentacles reversed, it also feels like he may be struggling a lot to go through with his dreams, because again, he doesn't have that confidence. He may not be able to see the help that life is offering him, and he may need to nurture himself a little bit more with this Queen of Pentacles reversed, so like that he can finally figure out and align his heart and his mind, so like that he can think clearly about what he wants to do based on what he truly desires, and not do things that he thinks will help him out, but his heart doesn't desire. So this is kind of like nurturing the soul for him. It's kind of those times that is like, let me think of an example. It's kind of like, I want to rest. So his mind will be like, oh, go to sleep. But what his heart truly desires is not necessarily to sleep, but it's like, I want to rest from the mental stress that I have, or from the responsibilities that I have. So that's a different type of rest that he needs. It's like, I need to relax my mind from all of these burdens that I'm going through, rather than just go to sleep to recharge, if that makes sense, right? I hope that makes sense. But with that, I will go on to the next person, which is Hoshi. How is my other Gemini boy doing? So let's see, how is Hoshi currently doing? How is Hoshi currently doing? How is he doing right now? What's going on with him right now? Oh my god. The cards just went flying like out into the ground. So I'll take all three actually. So we have expect powerful change, we have faith in your dreams, and emotions are running high. So I can definitely say there is powerful changes and emotions are definitely running high with him. So I felt like this instant energetic boost the moment I read what the cards were saying. I also feel that there's so much energy that it doesn't even fit in his own body, which I mean, if you look at him, yeah, that is kind of true. He's filled with so much energy that I don't even know where does he even get it from, right? I have a lot of placements that make me very calm, so it's very weird to see someone just be explosive with energy. Um, so have faith in your dreams. I do feel that Hoshi has been working in trying to manifest something that he desires and something that he wants. And again, with this expect powerful changes, I do feel that finally he will be able to make them come true because life is finally turning those wheels, making things happen. If we want it or not, they're happening. And I do feel that Hoshi has just been waiting for the energies to move again so he can continue going through with emotions of what he desires. There's this calm energy, and there's a lot of darkness feeling these cards. And to me, darkness symbolizes the ability to create anything out of nothing. So I do feel that with pure desire and determination, Hoshi will be able to create and manifest whatever it is that he's dreaming of. And I think there's a sense of transformation and blossoming with Have Faith in Your Dreams. And I also feel that there's this sense of he's going to shine very, very brightly soon enough, or he feels with that power of I'm ready to roll. So let's see, how is Hoshi currently doing? How is he currently doing? Let's see. How's it going with Hoshi? How is he currently doing? Super moon. No. And now I can't take cards with tarot. So he could so he could be emotionally going insane with ideas and desires and passion and motivation. Like he could be very inspired emotionally. Oh, never mind. Well, yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. So yeah, he's definitely very emotionally stable and determined and passionate and filled with desires and goals. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So this actually feels like very, very good energy for Hobbs. Tells me that his family is supporting him, everything around him is helping him and supporting him as well. It also feels like there's this energy of anything is possible, everything can happen. It looks like he's looking up and getting inspiration very easily. So creative endeavors are definitely good for him. And since he's an artist, it's very definitely beneficial the energy he's currently in because I feel like ideas are just flowing through like crazy and that's helping him a lot. This Eight of Pentacles reverse tells me that there might be a lot of things that he still has to learn, um, or there's still things that he cannot teach to others yet because he is not ready to give those messages out. But this Eight of Pentacles could mean that he has a lot of ideas that are flowing through his head and he's ready to rock and roll and make them happen. However, with this Eight of Pentacles reverse, it kind of tells me that he may be struggling to manifest them because work is just not really happening yet. Or um, he may have so many ideas, but he may be a little bit too lazy to make them happen, which I don't really think that could be the case. It feels like he may be lacking how to transfer those emotions and those ideas into paper, if that makes sense, or like make them physically happen. So I do feel Hoshi is like in a very, very good energy. I feel that he's going through a lot of good stuff. He's emotionally very, very stable. He may be struggling a little bit to make it physically happen, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's like normal creative stuff, right? Like he wants to make something happen, but of course it's a process, it's a journey, and it takes time. Like he has to understand his emotions first and his ideas first before he can make them a reality, into like a 3D physical reality. May it be a new dance step, or the story he wants to tell in the choreography, or maybe the story he may want to tell as lyrics, or as he wants to sing it, or stuff like that. So yeah, that's very good energy for Hoshi. Let's go on to the next person, which is Wonwoo. No, I turned it the wrong way. So let's see. How is Wonwoo currently doing? How is his energy currently doing? Oh, so the first card that we got is, what do you need to release? Okay. I think there's like 44 different cards in here. And I got, what do you need to release again? So let's see. Wonwoo, what do you need to release? Let's see what card comes out. So with him, it feels like it's similar to S.Coups in the sense of they both may not even realize that they had something that they had to let go. The thing is that I don't necessarily know what situation Wonwoo is currently in to understand if it's super, super bad, or if it's just you will feel better if you let go of this one thing, right? Like I don't know how heavy it could be. I do feel with this snow that he may need a moment of silence, or space, just to think things clearly and see things through. I do see a lot of blue, so it's just to help him communicate with himself with the sound of silence. So we have the Ten of Swords reverse, which is definitely a very good card to have reverse. I do feel that Wonwoo is just currently doing a lot of self-reflection. I don't necessarily think it's bad. I think it's just he may have. I do feel that Wonwoo is naturally just someone that is very broody, meaning that he just likes to um, think about how life works and how that happens, and and that helps him become a better person. I mean, we have strength right here on the bottom. But it also kind of feels like he is currently just going through the process of stabilizing himself by thinking and thinking and thinking. I think he's overthinking a lot, but not necessarily in a bad way. I think it's just his natural way of doing things. He may be prone, or he tends to get a lot of existential crises because of his overthinking, but I don't necessarily think it's damaging him as much as it's just his normal form and his normal way of doing things. Like he just is normal for him to just be thinking and be like, oh, so this is how life works. How does that apply to me? Or how is this thing and this other thing? So it kind of feels like he's just going through normal things. He's finding strength within them and exploring who he is and what he wants to be and stuff like that. So the other thing I'm getting is that solitude is something that he currently needs, and I don't know how people will take this, because not everyone is accustomed to seeing solitude as a good thing. Solitude and isolation could be very healing for some people, but I'm not sure how aware people are of that, right? I mean, I probably should be in my own solitude as well, honestly. Because I do feel that right now he's just thinking so much, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think he's just thinking a lot because he is growing with himself. He may have to release some things, but I think he's accustomed to it. Like I think he understands how that works. He may just be going through the cycle of things to understand what it is that is not serving him anymore and what is not working for him anymore. But yeah, he's just thinking. Oh, two cards just flew out. we have we have three three big things. So we have the Chariot reverse, we have the Hangman upright, and Death upright. So with that Death card changes, we have Pluto. I think this is Neptune energy, and we have Cancer energy right here, right? I said Pluto, but this is Scorpio. So if you want to put it this way, we have a lot of water. I think Wonwoo is just filled with water right now, and water is spirituality, creativity, and emotions. So we have the Hangman, which again I think that's Neptune energy. Then we have Scorpio energy with Death, and then we have Cancer energy with the Chariot for a moment I forgot what the name was. So this kind of and so we have seven reverse. So that tells me that he can't make a choice of what path to take and what direction to take because he's currently meditating and thinking clearly of what he wants and what he desires. This hangman reverse tells me that he's going through all the possibilities, all the options, and all the ways of doing things. So he's thinking a lot of how to make things happen, and he's looking up and down, back and forward, to the left and to the right. He's looking everywhere to get the right thing, whatever path feels right for him. And the death card tells me that there's this transformation that he's going to naturally go through when he releases what he has to release with this card, and when he finally decides what path to take and move towards, because he may be split between two paths because of this chariot, which is a moving card. So one thing that I got is that maybe he's thinking of maybe moving to a new house potentially. So, or yeah, that could be one thing. And he may be overthinking what place to go because Cancer is all about home. Um, or maybe he's thinking of leaving some sort of inheritance, or he's trying to think of what legacy he wants to leave in life with that Scorpio energy. And that hangman energy is just telling me that he's just seeing things from a different perspective to enlighten himself with the right path or what he wants and what he truly desires as well. So this is nothing bad at all. It's just him trying to get himself together and so that he is in the path that he truly, truly wants and not the path that he thinks he should be in. So nothing bad at all, actually. It's just natural transformations that he's going through, and he's overthinking it because he's looking at it from all points of view and all perspectives to go down the path that he truly wants and truly desires. And when he's doing all of this release work and understanding himself better, he's naturally going to go through a transformation because death talks about leaving behind what doesn't work and having that moment of rebirth. So yeah, it's nothing bad at all. It's just normal stuff for him. Like this is like normal everyday business for him, I feel. So next we have Woozi. Let's see, how is he currently doing? How is Woozi currently doing? What is going on with him? What's up with Woozi? Let's see. Oh, wait. The card just flew out. Full moon in Aquarius, show the world a real you. And the first thing that I got was to open up his heart or to be more sensitive or be more emotionally available or something about emotionally opening up to people. I don't know. That's like the first thing that I got right away. I do feel that this is about listen to your heart, but speak your heart, and that's your truth. That type of thing. That's kind of, I'm getting like a bunch of words, like a bunch of things, a bunch of messages. A lot of things are going through with him. We have the moon reversed. Oh, so there might be a lot of, he may be deceiving himself a lot with that moon reverse. It also tells me that there's this path that he's going through, or he may be finding it difficult to see where he's going or what he's doing or if it's the right thing or if it isn't the right thing. And I just looked at the bottom of this deck, which is the sun upright. So this kind of tells me that Woozi is currently going through a moment of finding it difficult to connect to his subconscious to show the real him. Because this moon, the sun card shows not who we truly are necessarily, but this is how people see us, right? The sun is everything that you can see, and the moon is everything else that you can't see. So he may be, so it feels like Woozi may be struggling to connect with his emotions currently, or he may be difficult to decipher what he's feeling and how to put it into words, or he may be struggling to show who he truly is. And by that is not what's on the surface, but also what's below that, which is the moon card. To me, that symbolizes the subconscious parts that we don't know about ourselves, but are still there with us, right? That sun card tells me that there's a lot of positivity and a lot of good things going through. Like this is the energy of you can do this. We're supporting you. Everything's going to go out the right way. look forward to good things and a lot of positivity. A lot of creativity is going through because this is Pisces and then the sun energy. So it is like a lot of sensitivity and emotions are running high. Seems like this season is definitely for him, because we are currently in Pisces season. We slowly have moved away from Aquarius and we are in the sun is in Pisces. So it does feel like he may be tapping a lot into his intuition. I can't speak now. He may be tapping a lot into his intuition, or he may be getting to know himself a little bit better and balancing himself and working with other people to get to know himself better, or coming out of mm, those emotions and walking towards something that he. But it's reversed. So he may be struggling with all of that. He may genuinely not know where he's going or how things are going to work out, or he may be kind of like just floating in the dark. And by that I mean he may just be in the depths of his emotions, not really knowing where he's going or how things are going. But this sun card tells me that he can have fun. He can just enjoy life and he's not going the wrong way because life is guiding him and protecting him divinely. And even if he doesn't see it, wherever he goes or whatever he does right now, life is going to make sure that he's rewarded for it by protecting him, if that makes sense. Like they're making sure he's protected. And with show the world the real you is this. I do feel that it's like opening up emotionally to other people. This doesn't necessarily mean the fans. It could just be to his own group or sometimes just to himself. I do feel that he may struggle sometimes to understand how he feels. He may write lyrics and stuff that hits hard with how we feel because it does come from his heart, but it may be difficult for him to realize that those messages that he's putting out there in those words are also for him. Now I will go on to the next person, which is DK. Or should I do the 8? I'll do the 8. Oh, we had the sun. I'll do the 8. Okay, so next person, D8. How is D8 currently doing? What is going on with D8? How is he going? How is he going through with things? What is he doing? So meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces, and fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. I'm getting be careful right away with the full moon in Aries. It feels like something big is about to happen, some big change is about to go through. Like it feels like he is starting his spiritual journey with the meditate and contemplate, but then with that fiery climax, it almost feels like it's like there's this huge change he's about to go through, and it's like be careful with how you present yourself or be careful with what actions you're going through with next because it feels like there's this impulsive energy of just going through with something, and Aries tend to um, be a bit reckless because they act before they think about things, they say before they think, they do before they even realize what they're doing. They just go through with things and they just go for it. I hope that wasn't too hard. Um, the the cards hit the table in such a way that it hurt my ears. So I hope that didn't hurt yours. There's this sense of trying to balance himself, the sense of duality, coming to with himself, in tune with himself, starting something new and ending something. So it could be that he may have to stop taking action, or he's ending that cycle of just going through with things. So there was this very noisy car outside, and that kind of feels like a sign that what D8 is currently going through is that in his head things may be a little bit too loud and too noisy. Sometimes when you connect spiritually to your higher self and to your spirit guides and angels and stuff like that, you will get a lot of static in your ears and it won't stop. But that's because it's like if someone was ringing your doorbell and was like, "Hey, I want to talk." what's going on and stuff like that. So it feels like he may have started his spiritual journey, but he may be encountering a lot of those things where he's when you open up spiritually, uh, if there's messages that you have to go through or messages that want to start getting towards you, then it may be very noisy. We have the Seven of Swords. It feels like he seems like currently D8 is being very cautious about who he lets in, which he should be. When you open up spiritually, he definitely has to be careful with who he lets in. Because it could be not necessarily toxic energy, but some people could come in with a lot of good intentions, but their energy could be so draining that it could be more harmful for him than it is for whoever's connecting with him. We have the Two of Swords, a lot of making decisions of what to let in, what not to let in, what to take with him, what to leave behind, um, what ideas align with his purpose and which ones don't. This Four of Swords, yeah. Oh, I just realized. So this uh, of Swords is kind of like making a decision. Should I take this? Should I not take that? Or it's like trust blindly in with your friends. Like this Two of Swords could be like, oh, there's people with you that are ready to protect you and take care of you. Trust in them. They'll be there for you. This moon and this stars kind of feels like the energy of someone that is um, being enlightened or finally seeing the light within the darkness, so being able to understand how things work when you can't see clearly. It also feels with this Four of Pentacles that is the energy of what should he keep with him and treasure and what should he let go. And it could be ideas as much as it could be physical things that he wants to keep and what to let go. So he could be doing some spring cleaning because that's necessary to bring in new energies and bring in more abundance and manifestation things. But it also feels like with the Seven of Swords, that is, he may be letting go of some ideas of less fire or more water. So it could be he's lowering the intensity of I have to take action, I have to do this, I have to do this other thing, and allowing more of this water and going with the flow and taking things slow and taking his time for sure to make things happen the way the best fit for him. So this was very, very clear and to the point, I feel. So next I will go on to Mingyu's reading. Let's see how he's doing currently. So tell me, what is Mingyu up to right now? How is Mingyu feeling right now? Is Vernon going to get this card too? I wonder. One more card. How is Mingyu feeling right now? And I said Vernon because the whole hip hop team has gotten it currently. S.Coups got it, Wonwoo got it, Mingyu just got that card. So we have Waning Moon for the third time. And what do you need to release? And the next card that we have is Full Moon in Wheel. Don't let pride get in your way. Ooh, what are you going through right now, Mingyu? I know the whole thing happened, and I feel that what pride is getting in your way, Mingyu? What are you going through? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What does he need to... Cards are jumping out, but I'm not ready for them. Mingyu, what are you going through? What do you need to release? Okay, the first thing that I'm getting right away is be careful who you hang out with. Choose your friends wisely. I feel that Mingyu needs to choose his friends wisely. He may need to release some relationships, and don't let pride get in your way. Don't be afraid to let go of people, or don't be afraid. Yeah. Don't be afraid of letting go of situations that don't. What is... I am so curious with that full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Bro, what is he going through? There are many times where we stay in situations out of pride. Just straight up pride. Like there's no need to stay in them, we just do. Sometimes there's friendships that we don't want to let go of because pride gets in the way, in the sense that we don't allow ourselves to say what we clearly think. Sometimes there's situations where we don't want to leave it because our pride tells us, no, you stay and you deal with this issue. So we prefer to stay in unhealthy situations and just power through. But if our body doesn't want it, if our heart doesn't desire it, and our mind is being exhausted with those situations, it's actually better if we just say no. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is reject something or let go of something. That is something that I'm kind of getting. So letting go of something or a situation or of a problem could be what he needs to be working on right now, or he may be struggling with. Okay, so cards. Clarify. What does Mingyu have to release? Ow, I just dropped a bunch of cards. But I'm on the ground, so I have to, like, get out of my chair and pick them up. I don't know. Like, I don't want to tell Mingyu off and be completely blunt when I don't have like the clear information on what to tell him. And what I mean tell him off is like, when like a mother is like, you should have done this, kind of like uh lecturing him. There you go. That's what I mean by telling him off. So we have the Three of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. It kind of feels like that again. This Three of Cups is celebrate, have fun, allow yourself to have fun, allow yourself to be with people that heal you and nurture you and give you the emotionally peace that you need. I do feel that Mingyu could have put himself in timeout, and out of pride, he doesn't want to get himself out of it. And that's why this Three of Cups is like, go out with your friends and have fun. Let go of anything that you have to release by just being with your friends. They will be there to support you, they will be there to help you. Just find the right ones. I do feel that there's this caution of make sure you find the right ones. Uh, this Eight of Pentacles reverse tells me that he may not be able to work for a little bit. He may be reflecting a lot, or he may be currently going through a situation where he is trying to learn. I feel that he's reflecting, or he may be struggling to understand the message life has for him. But I think life is like, it's I do feel that with that whole situation Mingyu has been in, life is like let go of that situation and just have fun. I do feel that it's like life is just enjoy life. Just let go of the situation. Didn't work for you, let it go now. You learn from it, you don't learn from it. What he needs to learn from it is to let go of the situation. Definitely. Whatever he went through emotionally with what happened, they're just telling him let go of that situation. Stuff like that happens, and the person that had to learn their lesson learned it, and the lesson that you have to learn is to let go of the situation. You don't have to feel bad about things like this. You know, it's all those things like if you have nothing to hide, there's nothing to fear. And I think that's what life is trying to tell him. Don't be prideful. And how is pride getting in the way though? I don't know. I don't know. How is pride getting in the way with Mingyu? I think his pride is almost forcing him to stick to one idea. That pride could be getting in the way of ending some cycle. I don't really know. Because look, even if Mingyu is innocent with the whole situation that he was going through, there is a lesson that has to be learned anyway. And I think that the lesson he could have to learn is to be cautious who he hangs out with. But I'm not too sure why that's still my concern. Like, I don't really know what's going through or what's happening necessarily as to why I keep hearing to be careful who he hangs out with or to be careful who he's close with or to be careful the people he surrounds himself with. I'm not too sure why. But this wheel kind of tells me that life is helping him close cycles. So that thing was a warning potentially. I'm not saying Mingyu did something bad. I just feel that life is telling him be very careful who you hang out with and who you surround yourself with. Not necessarily because they're bad people, but they could attract a lot of problems. I'm seeing a lot of green. Um, so that tells me that he needs to follow his heart and cleanse it, heal it, mend any wounds, and trust his instinct. If there's someone that he doesn't feel is good for him, let them go. For sure. There's this idea of letting go someone or something, situation or people to avoid problems, it feels. Yeah. Choose your battles wisely, I feel. He may be using too much energy on a situation that's not serving him at all. With this Hangman reverse, it kind of feels like it's the energy of he's thinking about something very linear, but he doesn't realize that it's a whole circle. Though the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, so expanding knowledge, expanding his viewpoints, expanding his what is it called? His luck and his career and his work. Like I'm not too sure what's going on with Mingyu, but I think I'll leave it there and go on with the next person. Let's see, how is our sunshine doing? How is DK doing right now? DK, how are you doing right now? How is DK doing right now? Believe in the impossible. Okay. We have a blue moon, so that blue moon, usually we get those when there's 2 full moons within the same month. So that second full moon will be considered a blue moon. And it happens. I think it happened last November or October. I think so. It happened not too long ago, and they call it a blue moon not because the moon is blue necessarily, but again, there's 2 full moons within the same month, and that's crazy. And I guess the only way that can happen is if you get one early in the month and one late in the month, right? Which is super cool. So yeah, believe in the impossible. You know how when people say like, yeah, once in a blue moon, I'm getting that over and over in my head right now. Like, what is going on with DK right now? What is this impossible thing that he's worrying about? DK, what are you going through? Wait. So we have 9 of Swords reverse and 8 of Cups reverse. Seems like okay, this card technically didn't tell me what the issue is. They just kind of reinforced and kind of said the same thing. So why this card came out, Believe in the Impossible? Why did that card pop out for DK? We have the 9 of Swords, which is energy of letting go of whatever he's stressed about, letting go of that mentality that's holding him back, something that could even bring him nightmares. And this 8 of Cups reverse is like, but he's not letting go of this mentality. Whatever mentality he is trying to let go of, he's not doing it anyway. So it's like there's some sort of mentality that is not serving him, and emotionally he just needs to let go of that. If it's not serving him, he needs to let go of it, because the 8 of Cups is the energy of someone that is walking away from this cups. So it's an energy or some emotion that is not serving him, so he needs to let go of it because it's reversed. So that tells me that he's staying in this energy that is not good for him, in this energy that doesn't work for him. Okay, so what is stressing DK out? So we have the 6 of Cups. What the? We have the 6 of Pentacles. I'm sorry. I said the wrong card for some reason. And the 8 of Swords reversed. It feels like DK knows that he can get himself out of this issue very easily, because it's in his head. It's a mental construct. It's a mental prison. It's just an idea or thought that doesn't serve him, and he's holding himself back for some reason, and he knows he's holding himself back. And I think he might be struggling to see that there's good fortune, good luck, and life is supporting him and telling him you can make whatever dream you want happen, you can make it true. It may not come how you expect it though. I feel like that's the thing at hand. It may not come how he thinks of it. Because the Six of Pentacles is the energy of good fortune coming in out of nowhere. It's also like a equal give and take physically. So it could be money related, but it's affecting his way of thinking and it's emotionally not satisfying him. I'm just not too sure what he may be struggling with. It could be a relationship that he's like, oh, I want it to happen. It stresses me out, but I don't know how to make it true. I don't know how to make it happen. I want a relationship where it's an equal give and take of uh, of emotional support, of economical support, physical support. It's like he wants some sort of balance within his life, and he just doesn't really know what to do or where to go. So yeah, I think I'll go on to the next person because I don't think I'm getting the same thing. Like, or there might be a chance that he doesn't even realize that he is. These ideas and thoughts that he has are like holding him back, and because of that, he may not even realize that life is over here. Like, hey, things can happen. You're going to make your dreams come true because everything's possible. It's just that you're the one getting in your own don't serve you right. You're thinking of things in such a way that are not emotionally supporting you. Next, let's go with Seungkwan. How is Seungkwan currently doing? How is Seungkwan currently doing? We have a win-win outcome is forecasted. Full moon in Libra. What is this win-win situation that Seungkwan's going through right now? Let's see. Oh, I can't shuffle this one all of a sudden. Okay, what is the situation that Seungkwan's in currently? We have Hermit mode. We have the Hermit card, so he's within himself. How is Seungkwan doing? And we have the 9. We have 2 9s. He's ending a cycle for sure. So, however he ends the cycle, good stuff for sure. He may not be satisfied with how things are going, but he's on his own, reflecting, understanding himself, finding that emotional enlightenment that best serves him. That Hermit has a lot of green and there's a lot of blue on this card. So that tells me that he's communicating and connecting to what his heart desires and what he wishes. He's following his inner light to understand the struggles that he's going through. And he's currently learning how to communicate with himself. This is actually very good. He he may not be fully satisfied with that 9 of Cups reversed, but it also feels like he's not overindulging with his emotional needs because he is just going deep within him and trying to balance everything else that he has inside. We have Virgo energy with that. So I feel that he is taking a little break from work and trying to understand himself better, do a self service, do himself a favor of just relaxing and giving himself the attention that he needs for himself, the need to heal what he has to heal for himself as well. It feels like he's working on himself to just understand himself better and get to know himself better. It also feels like this is the energy of communicating with himself a lot better, and that's going to bring him a lot of confidence, a lot of self knowing, a lot of how do you call it? Um, a lot of balance for sure because we have full moon in Libra. So it's like Libra energy going full force on helping him understand himself better, helping him in being more confident, and helping him have the best words to express himself to himself and to other people. He will be able to understand what he desires and what his goals are, making it easier to talk to other people and make his dreams come true when that comes down to it. He may be having a lot of dreams on how to heal himself, or when he's dreaming and when he's asleep, he's unconsciously healing what he has to heal. So he's doing good stuff for himself. Definitely good stuff. Okay, guys, are you ready? Okay, right now we're going to do Vernon, and let's see what moon card he gets. I don't think he will get that card, but let's see. Okay, Vernon, how are you currently doing? How are you currently doing? Let's see, Vernon. How are things going with you? Vernon, how... Okay, he didn't get the card, but I think he got this card like another time. If I don't remember when though. So don't let your past hold you back. South Node. I want one more card. How is Vernon doing right now? And Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first to move. What is he moving towards? Put this to the side. And let's see. What is... So don't let your... So I think those two cards are very obvious together. Is like, if he wants to go for... If he wants something to happen, if he wants a change in his life, he just needs to go for it. Changes happen... life changes, of course, and that could affect us, but if he truly wants something to happen and something to change, he needs to go for it. He can't really wait for life to do it for him, or he can't wait for the right time, because technically the right time is whenever it's the right time for him. So he makes the right time, if that makes sense. Don't let your past hold you back. I feel that he may have been rejected before, or he may have... I feel this is past life fears. I don't think this is necessarily something that he lived through in this life. I feel that if he did some past life regressions, he will be able to figure out the fears that he has brought with him in this life and understand, oh, so that's why I didn't like this. Oh, so that's why this and this other thing happens a lot. It's because there may be some past karma he needs to analyze to understand this life a lot better, to understand what he fears in this life the most. I think... Okay, let's see. Vernon is like 2 years older than me. So his south node is probably in Pisces or Aquarius. Meaning that in his past life, he may have had a lot of things about being of service and giving to a lot of people, or he may have had this comfort zone of being completely different and out of the ballpark if he's in Aquarius, South Node in Aquarius. If his South Node is in Pisces, he may have a lot of comfort in his own solitude, or a lot of comfort in not knowing how things are going to happen, or in addictions, because Pisces rules the 12th house, so that's the house of unknowns and addictions. So yeah, that could be things that are holding him back. So what he is currently working on is his north node, which could be Leo, which is be confident, be optimistic, be get in tap with your inner child, or his north node could be in Virgo, which is ground all of your intuition, ground all of your creativity, and just ground yourself in general. Don't lose yourself in your own ideas, your own thoughts, and your own mental delusions or fantasies or stuff like that, because Pisces is a dreamer, so they're a lot in their head about possibilities and how things could go and stuff like that, and it's kind of like let go of that and ground yourself more with that Virgo energy. So let's see, what is Vernon currently going through? So we have definitely finding what he's afraid of, and then we have the King of... Oh wait, there's a card behind the King. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So we have the King of Swords. Okay, we finally have a king. The other two times I almost go like, that's a king, but no, it's not. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Cups. So it feels like Vernon may be struggling with connecting spiritually with other people and having that in-depth connection with others, because he may struggle to allow people into his space or allow people to enter who he truly is, or to swim in the depths of himself and his spiritual side. He may be afraid to open it up to other people, basically. And this Two of Cups, I see it as a friendship card, based on how it's illustrated and portrayed in this deck. So I do feel he may be struggling to open up to new people and making new friends. Uh, his past could be in the sense of he may have had a lot of times that people betrayed him, or in the past he may have had friendships that didn't work well with him. So he may have lost hope on finding new friendships. This King of Swords tells me that he is very good at communicating, and he's very stable and balanced with his form of communication. He has very good harmony within himself, but he may struggle how to balance that with another person, because usually when you bring friends in, you also have to balance out not only yourself but the relationship you have with them and the energy you have with them. So I think what he fears the most with the Six of Pentacles reverse is that he fears that he may not give enough to this person as they give to him, or he may fear that he gives a lot to this other person and doesn't get enough in return. So I do feel that one of the things that he may be afraid of making new friends or starting new relationships with people, because he fears that the connection will not be deep enough. He may connect that there's this lack of harmony and balance. And I mean harmony and balance in all aspects, because we have fire, water, air, and earth. And they're actually placed in the place that they technically should be, right? We have fire above water, which is the triangle up is the fire symbol, and the triangle down is the water symbol. And here we have the triangle up with the line, which is the air symbol, and then the triangle down with the line is the earth symbol. So it does feel like this is a balance about everything, finding balance within his own life, within the connection, and then the connection that he will share with this other person. I don't necessarily think this is romantic. I just feel relationships with anyone. He may struggle to. There might be times that he really wants to be friends with someone, but he may have started to fear how things will work out. He may have started to fear the balance and harmony that he has within himself could be disrupted if he brings someone else in. And it feels like he may have been betrayed a lot in the past, and it could be past lives as much as it could be within his this lifetime type of past. But with that, I will go on with the last person, which is Dino. Let's see, how is Dino currently doing? Okay, let's see. Dino, how are you currently doing? Dino, how are you currently doing? Let's see. Dino, how are you currently doing? So we have Fifth Moon, hold your vision. We have Full Moon in Virgo, you're good enough. And Full Moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches a resolution. So it feels that he may have gotten into an argument with someone, and life right here is telling him, you didn't do nothing wrong. Not necessarily you don't have to apologize, but it's like, stand strong within your ground, stand strong within your visions, stay strong within your ideas and your thoughts, stay loyal and strong within the words that you spoke. It feels like it will be solved, but he needs to give enough time for that person he may have argued with to reflect. I feel that if Dino makes a first step to apologize, he may get in the way of the person to realize their mistakes. I feel that right here, it's kind of like the energy of, there's nothing wrong with you, but we made you go through this problem and this confrontation with this other person to help the other person learn what they have to learn. So I do feel that could have had an argument with someone on how things should be done and how things are, or how things should go, and that could have affected his self-esteem in the, not in a super bad way, but more in the way of like the way of, oh, did I do something wrong? Did I say the wrong thing? No, he said what he had to say. if he was too harsh, he can apologize about it later, but it feels like the other person needs to apologize first, because when that other person apologizes, it shows that the other person was able to understand their mistake. So it feels like these two full moons tell me that he's ending a cycle, or he's helping someone end a cycle. That Cancer card tells me that he's divinely protected, because the other card is the what is it called? The new moon in Cancer, and it's like your family and the ones you love are protected or something like that. So I do feel that is this Cancer energy in this deck specifically is like you're taken care of. Don't worry. So yeah, a personal issue reaches resolution tells me that things are gonna get cleared up. He just needs to stand true and honest within his own message, within his own actions. Like he needs to just stay strong, not back up, not at all. So let's see, what is Dino currently going through? Oh, he may have a lot. He may be very harsh on himself as well, because this Nine of Cups reverse tells me that he may have expressed his unsatisfaction, but he had to. If things have to change, he needs to express how he's not content with some things. And it feels like there's nothing wrong with you if you're not happy with the situation you're in. By speaking up and saying what you're not content with, you could help things to change and transform the way that they have to. Especially if maybe he didn't like how someone treated him, or he may not have liked how someone was talking to him, or he may not have liked how someone was expressing themselves of him, and he spoke up and was like, you don't get to talk to me like that. You talk to me with respect, because we're both individuals and we should respect each other. So if you have a problem with me, yeah, be upfront, be direct, but you don't have to be like a meanie out of it. And I feel I couldn't even say, I couldn't encourage him and be like, you don't be an asshole. It's like no. With his words, it's like don't be a meanie to me, right? So so I think that's where like the cuteness that Dino has comes out, because it's like he tells people like, you respect me because we're both equals in the way we're both human, and we need to respect each other and talk to each other with respect, because that's how it works. But he may say it in a very nice way. So even if he's angry, he says it. He's direct to the point, but very nice about it and very respectful. So it may come off as he's a bit. It may come off as if he's a child, but he just may not really have the words to say it in a more eloquent way. So he just says it the best way that he can, and that's direct to the point, but it may come off as he's just been a kid. Because, I mean, I couldn't say, oh, you're being an asshole, right? But his respectful way will come down to, don't be a meanie. So I do feel that that could take away a little bit of his powerful words of, you should respect me, if then he throws out a word like, don't be a meanie. Okay? So, yeah. So now we are done with Hello 17. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure that you comment below if you liked the sound of it or if you didn't like the sound of it. And by that, I don't necessarily mean the messages I said. I mean literally did the microphone work nicely? Did it not work nicely for you guys? Was it painful to hear the cards just go because of the microphone? Or were you able to hear every time I moved because the microphone is clipped to me? So maybe you heard all the times that I was like moving around and dancing as I am currently right now, like, or I don't know. So tell me down below if it was very annoying or if it wasn't. Were you okay with the fact that the sun was moving and changing over and over? So the cards, maybe you could have seen them before and now you can't see them, or maybe it's too bright, so now you're looking at it and you're like, what are the cards even saying? I don't know. Comment all of that below. Feel free to whine down below and be like, I don't like that angle. Change it now. Or maybe be like, I like when the cloth was there, bring it back, or something like that. Just say what you have to say what you feel, say how you see things, because I want to see if this is a good setup, and if it isn't, we'll go back to my desk, and if it is, we may continue with this whenever I feel like it, or whenever I want to really, really record, and the only way I can do it is in the morning when everyone's busy doing their own thing. So, yeah. Whatever it is, just go for it. Just tell me how it feels, tell me how it sounds, and tell me how it looks as well. So yeah, feel free to comment below all of that, and thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you liked it, and I hope it was entertaining and fun. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one.